So you have toyed with the idea of learning a little bit of Korean, or perhaps more than just a few words. Then you have come to the right place because this video will teach you the entire Korean language in just 1 hour. No, that's not true. That's not possible. Instead, we're going to walk you through the major steps of learning to speak Korean from beginner to advanced. Welcome to a super quick overview of the Korean language and how you can learn it. The first thing you need to know about Korean is that it has its own unique writing system, which is called Hangul. And the good news is that it's super easy to learn. You can learn with our book here, or our video course, or other types of online resources that are available on the internet. Just invest a couple of hours and you will be able to read everything pretty easily. If you want, you can also skip the Hangul part for now and just jump right into the basics just through audio and then learn Hangul, the Korean letters, after you've learned some basic phrases through audio and verbally. English sentences are generally subject, verb, object, like I like this, I have time, or you speak Korean. But Korean sentences are generally subject, object, and verb, like you saw in this video we posted a few weeks ago. Speaking English with Korean grammar. Yesterday 6 o'clock at friend 2 people with meet dinner eat plan was, but all suddenly busy thing happened saying appointment cancelled, so home at just video game did. And then you will learn these elements called particles, which are like connectors between words that can show the role of a certain noun or pronoun, kind of like the English prepositions like at, to, or with, etc., but not exactly the same. So you will learn those. They'll be a lot of fun to learn and make your sentences very, very flexible. Just like English, the Korean language also has verb conjugations, which means verbs' endings change depending on the situation, but fortunately the verbs don't change forms based on the subject. For example, in English, with the verb to go, you say things like I go, you go, we go, but then he goes, she goes, and it goes, right? And if you think about languages like French or German or Spanish, it's even more complicated, right? But in Korean, you just have to think about the tenses, present tense, future tense, past tense, and the rules are fairly straightforward. But do not worry that it might be too simple or easy for you because we have politeness levels to keep it fun and complex. Yes, you will need to learn, acquire, and memorize lots of words. You will see a lot of English words used inside of the Korean language with Korean pronunciation like bus, 카드, 컴퓨터, 하트, 커피, 오렌지, 호텔, ski, skateboard, etc. But most Korean words will look and sound very new and unfamiliar. But don't worry, because when you study Korean, you will never feel a lack of natural resources like TV shows or good TV shows to watch, fun Netflix series and dramas and movies that are really enjoyable and addictive in a good way. So you will pick up lots of new words through natural immersion, in addition to studying with, systematic materials like ours, available at talktomeinkorean.com. If you're also somebody who's into reading and enjoys reading engaging stories, we also have a graded Korean reading app for you. Check out Talk to Me in Korean Stories. You can also see the link to that on our website at talktomeinkorean.com. And once you build a study routine and actually set aside some time to continue studying, you will naturally learn more about how Korean sentences work, and you will be able to form your own sentences and talk about yourself or your daily life. And little by little, you'll be able to hear and understand some easy words and expressions when you are watching Korean dramas or movies. And from then on, it's just a matter of continuing to spend more time with this language, that is Korean. And you can also come across more diverse and sophisticated sentence structures, either through studying with books. We have a book specifically designed for that, or courses, or through media exposure, or by talking to people. And you will gradually be able to combine multiple elements into one place and make a longer and more complex sentence than before. Now, through all the materials and resources that you're using and consuming, you will also learn a lot about Korean culture and become able to use a lot of idioms that have deep roots in Korean history and culture. If you make an effort to connect with other people through events and social media platforms, or when you travel, you will also start making some Korean friends and exchange thoughts about various topics in Korean, which is going to be not only a lot of fun, but also helpful in expanding your worldview and widening your perspectives in general. After a couple of years of continued interest in studying, maybe you will find yourself quite comfortable and fluent in Korean, or maybe you will still feel like there's way more learning to do. We all learn at different paces, so it's important to not feel too much pressure or stress about learning a new language. And regardless of how fast you learn or how slowly you seem to learn, at this point, after a couple of years, learning Korean, speaking Korean, using Korean, listening to Korean, reading Korean will be a fun, integral part of your day-to-day life. And when something's fun, you will continue doing it and you are bound to get better and better. Now, this was a super quick overview of the Korean language and how you can imagine yourself learning this language over the next couple of years. We didn't go into too many specific details about sentence structures and grammar rules, but if you are more curious about those right now, and if you want to learn more, you can visit us right now at talktomeinkorean.com. And while you're there, you can also take a look around our comprehensive Korean curriculum. The Korean language is quite different from many languages around the world in several aspects, but with the abundance of fun stuff to watch and listen to in Korean, and with a curriculum like ours, dedicated Korean teachers that you can find online and in schools, you will be able to successfully learn to speak it sooner than you think. So everyone, let us know what you think of this overview, and please share this video with a friend who is thinking of maybe learning Korean. Thank you so much for watching. 여러분 시청해 주셔서 감사합니다. See you at talktomeinkorean.com. Talk to me in Korean 웹사이트에서 만나요. 감사합니다.